Hi, welcome back to Number Cubes, a D&D podcast from IB students for IB students. Last time that you heard from us, we had traveled to a mystic cave where we were trying to find out what exactly is happening in the plane of taboo. Now, we ended up with some unfortunate happenings. Now, follow us to figure out what exactly is going to happen from here. Alright, so what you have recently just done is, Ferris is currently paralyzed from the legs down in her chair. You have Wallum, who is completely paralyzed, turned into Blackstone, and Kale has kind of been getting a little nauseous, just because Heiki had tried to push him into the portrait. Now, what is it you want to do? I can recount what Wallum had told you, but if you had anything you want to do, now's the time.
I have no clue, so yes, please, let's go with Wallum's recounting.
Okay. So, what you guys sort of remember, right before Wallum had this whole sort of episode is he told you of two people that can help you out during this quest, and that they should be able to tell you more about what's exactly happening in Taboo and who the people in the portraits are. Those people are going to be either deep in the castle of Primaire, which is where you guys are right now, or they are going to be in the city of Pragma, where you should find this man. And if you do choose to go into the castle, like you can just go there. However, if you do go over to Pragmar, it's going to be around like a nighttime journey.
What is the time of day right now? We're in a cave, right?
You're in the caves on the outskirts of Primaire.
So we'd have to go outside to figure out the time of day. How long have we been in this cave?
You guys have been in this cave for like an hour.
Okay.
Already paralyzed. I would like to voice my concern, if I'm allowed to do so. I would like someone to fix me! I can't move really, can I?
Fix
wait,
me!
do we still have the vial that Wallum made before he, rocked?
I fed it to her, remember?
Well, yeah.
Come on, keep up, buddy.
Yeah, well, we know that, but, there's probably still residue of the potion.
Okay, wait.
On the side. So
Hold
if
on,
anyone
Ferris.
can recreate that.
Ferris, are you stuck to the chair, or can you not move?
I cannot move. I'm sure.
I'm going to grab one of Ferris's legs and lift it up to see if Ferris is stuck in the chair or paralyzed.
Just kicks the chair over.
Roll for
would you actually like to do this action?
Yes.
Okay. Roll strength.
It's a leg!
I don't think I have strength bonus. I have a 1 to strength. Okay, let's do this.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's a 15 plus 1, 16.
I'd like to roll the counter. I do not appreciate being toppled. Take my
You
word
can't
for
do
it.
anything.
I'm not toppling you.
You can't do anything
leg.
about it. You can try and roll like dexterity to make sure you don't fall off the chair, but
Okay.
you can't do much.
Disadvantage.
In big quotation.
Hold on, I rolled the wrong dice. But so you try and take off, you lift up one of her legs. I'm gonna say it's the right leg, right? You lift it up and you wiggle it around, right, to make sure it's actually paralyzed or she's not able to feel it. It moves, very likely it moves, but she cannot feel it.
Okay, Vi's holding the leg. She just drops it and goes, "Yep, that's paralyzation."
Is there something like a wheelchair in this compound, or that we can just load Ferris onto and leave?
What's a wheelchair?
It's a chair with wheels on the bottom that moves.
Interesting. Vi is going to look over the situation, and then rub her hands together and this like kind of like goldish green glow, and then cast Cure Wounds onto Ferris to see if it does anything.
Okay. So cure wounds, right? So, you cast cure wounds in this like glow of light, and you place it on the leg that you were meddling with, and it kind of like lights up, and the greenish glow that you had kind of been describing turns into a blue glow, and Ferris, you can now feel only your right leg.
Why, like, 12 out of 10. Please do my other leg now.
Yeah, so Vi's gonna try that again. She's a little bit suspicious about the blue glow, but she's like, we can work with this, and then she's gonna cast her remaining spell slot. This is using a spell slot. Her remaining spell slot on the left leg to see if it works.
How
Okay.
far is Heike and what's his name? Casper?
Kale.
Kale.
Casper.
Casper the friendly ghost.
Casper, the friendly person that we turned into stone. Well, out of stone.
The marble
So
man.
they're pretty close by. You guys are in like, I would say like a dining room. So Heike is kind of like closest. Kale is the furthest off, like on the edge of the table. But you cast the same kind of glowing light onto Ferris's left leg, and the same thing happens. Ferris, now you can feel every part of your body. Isn't that great?
Fantastic. I up and attempt to give Vi a hug.
Vi backs the heck out of there.
Ferris, now you can move. Now you can dance. You can do your little jig.
The thing I do, I stand up, is that I go over to the petrified Kale and shake the statue.
You mean Wallum?
You mean Wallum? Wallum's the one that.
Kale is the one that
Kale.
is not
I mean,
in
I
statue
also shake
anymore.
Kale because he stood there and watched me have, like, kind of a,
He stood there, bystander, while I was being
I
bullied.
take offense to you
Um,
Here at
stand.
Number Q's, we have a no tolerance policy.
You try and shake Wallum, right? I need you to do a saving throw, please.
Oh,
Do do a dexterity.
Well, 19 plus 1.
19 plus 1. Oh, thank you.
I thought you got a 2 because it's reversed.
Imagine you just
Oh, man.
fail another saving throw.
Oh
God.
god, gotta drink my water. Anyways, so you put your hands on the Wallum statue, right? And you immediately feel kind of like a tingling feeling. I don't know if you guys have ever like touched like a starfish or something. Like it kind of like, or what, those like prisma balls that like you put your hands on it and like goes like bleep, bleep,
The
bleep, bleep, like all
plasma
over your
balls?
hand. Yeah, like the plasma balls.
ball thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
those things, the ones that make your hair stand up. Basically it feels like that, and you immediately pull away, right? And you see where your hands had been. There was like little like, sort of like tentacles almost, like reaching out and then sucked back into the statue.
I'm gonna try to go Arcana check this statue of, what is it? Kava?
Wallum statue.
Wallum statue. Okay.
Kava.
I don't know.
The king.
Yes.
Yeah, I got confused between Kava and Wallum. Isn't Wallum also a king and Kava's also a king?
Wallum's a noble.
Yeah.
His pronouns are he, they.
Very nice.
Whoa, same.
Okay.
Same, you're not
hold on.
special.
Crap, that's a bad roll.
Just because they're a noble doesn't make them any more different.
14 total.
14 total. So, you kind of like look at this weird glass obsidian looking statue that Wallum has turned into. And you look them over like up and down, and you sort of don't really recognize the magic that's being used. You do understand that it's some sort of necromancy magic or something of that kind. And you do understand that Wallum is still there. Like, it didn't kill him, he's still alive, but he's not alive in the same way you guys are. There's no flesh, there's no blood. But that thing, the statue radiates very demonic energy.
In a
Is
way?
is the material that Wallem's turned into the same type that Kale was before he got demarbleized?
No. I would compare what Kayla's like marbleized as actual marble.
This is
It
more
was like
granite.
pure white.
This is darker.
Yes, what Wallum is like glass obsidian. It's almost see-through, but it's pure black.
Oh.
That's
Okay,
some symbolism
this is
for
not
you,
good.
Miss Holloway.
I turn around to the group. Okay, guys.
That's staying in.
So we didn't kill him. Good news. I think he's alive in there.
Okay, first of all, what do you mean we didn't kill him? We didn't really cause this. As far as we know, the cave caused this, so I will not take responsibility for this.
No, he did this to himself. He shouldn't have touched
Whatever
his
it
face.
is, he
you know,
ain't
there's a
dead.
pandemic going on. He should know better.
Whatever it is, he ain't dead yet. That's a good sign.
Cool, so are we
Hey.
just leaving him here?
Which of you guys awoke Kale?
Vi raises her hand, and she's like, I mean, I didn't mean to, but it was calling to me, so I did.
Alright,
My accent
alright.
changed again.
I don't think, considering what happened when Ferris approached the statue, I don't think we should go near this one. It looks different. Feels different.
Ikey's just gonna throw a fruit at him.
At me?
No, at Wallem. Just to see what happens.
Science experiment.
Falling grape into
No, like just lob it, not like hard.
So you're just. What exactly are you gonna do?
Just like take a grape and like toss it lightly at the Wallem statue.
Okay. So you pick up like a low grape, and you put it like you kind of like underhand throw it over to the Wallem statue, and it sort of like lands on the statue and it sticks there. And you see it sort of being enveloped by this black liquid, and then drop to the ground, and it's become this pure glass obsidian stone.
Vi's gonna throw grapes at it.
Okay. Every grape that you do throw on it, more replicas of this stone start to like fall down. And
Ikey's
as
just
you
gonna
do
roll
this,
Oh, Ikey's
there's
just
this
gonna
like
roll a-
aura that starts to like spread into the room.
Oh.
Ah.
I was gonna try and pick up the grapes with like a cloth, or like not like pick it up, like put a cloth on it to see if it affects it, and then try and use that as a weapon to turn more people into marble. But
Wait, so what's happening?
I accidentally made the curse spread to the ground now.
We
Oh,
should
well.
probably leave. This is not ideal.
Vi is going to do a quick flap of her elf wings and start hovering so she doesn't touch anything.
The floor is lava, everyone.
Ferris, can you walk?
So I get up and I start walking around like, heck yeah, I can walk! Now let's go.
Alright. Goombas, we need to get out of here right now.
You didn't let me finish picking my fight sentence.
Continue, sorry.
Let me pick a fight.
Continue.
Who's nearby? I can pick a fight. Who's?
Oh.
So
guess-
as Kale did like this is all going on and the aura sort of starts spreading, Kale gets up, right? And he immediately walks to the stone and picks one up, right?
Oh.
And he picks it up and nothing happens. Like it's literally just like glass obsidian, right? And he sort of like throws it in his hand and he's like, do you guys not know what this is?
Oh yeah, we
Are
never
we
asked.
supposed to?
Ferris peers at it curiously. No.
Well, these are sort of like what are they called? Sorcerer stones. basically
Edible?
you can use them in the beginning. No, please, I encourage not to eat them. I guess you could technically, since they're kind of made of magic, but they're like catalysts for spells. Here, he hands you like one of them by, and he like
If I
you
take
like
it.
yeah, you take it in your hands and your 2 spell slots are recovered. And as your 2 spell slots are recovered, that like crystal like turns into ash in your hand.
Vi is gonna pick up all of them.
I will say that you guys got lucky because I rolled a 20, and so being generous.
Iggy is going
Wait a
to
sec, hold on.
She's
toss
How many
more
grapes? How many grapes did Vi throw at this thing that turned into stone?
6 total. You guys just used 1.
Can I do more? Can I throw more grapes at it?
Do so at your own risk. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh boy.
Okay, so Vi kind of like looks at the fruit bowl in her hands and kind of just looks at everyone else and she's like, I would suggest getting out before I do this.
Ferris runs.
Iggy is going to nab the fruit bowl out of Vi's hands away. Out of the cave.
Okay. So I'm gonna write down that you guys have 5 sorcery stones.
I'm the only one with spell slots. Let me try and get more spell slots. No, do any of y'all have spells? Hold on.
No, I have cantrips, and I can get a spell later on, but not
Wait,
right now.
what class are you?
I'm a fighter, but I'm also race
How do you
fighting gymnastics.
Okay. No one else has like spells, right?
You got to speak a little louder, Ferris.
I'm a sorcerer.
Right,
How-
okay, so we're definitely doing this then.
I totally forgot that I have everything right here.
I forgot what Ferris was. I thought Ferris was just a fighter too. Ferris acts like a fighter, like no sorcerer would just up and punch a dude.
She's ready to destroy that statue.
Pummel it to shards.
Ferris has anger issues and we need to control that.
Yeah, no, what happens if we break this statue though? I feel like that would be bad.
I mean, it's
I mean,
just
like-
one person. It doesn't really matter.
It wouldn't hurt to try. There's already been, this city already has a statue person. It wouldn't hurt to have another one as a replacement.
We
Hey.
like bring the statue back and put it back on the pedestal, like, good as joke.
Different character.
Don't ask why it's one of your nobles.
Yeah, so as, like, Vi kind of, like, ushers them out and then just grabs, like, a handful of grapes and is, like, preparing to throw them.
Do you succeed? Is anyone going to stop Vi from throwing these grapes?
It's an infinite fruit bowl, you know. We could just get more grapes if we want.
Yeah.
Okay, she's just gonna take this entire bunch of Okay, everyone is out of the room, right?
Yes,
No.
Kale has stayed behind. Just because Kale moves as the last person in your group.
Okay,
Oh.
so she makes sure everyone is out of the room, she is hovering, and then she kind of just throws them.
Okay, so I do want to ask, like, one thing. Did you choose just the grapes? Or did you do like one of those clumps of grapes?
I chose like singular grapes
Okay.
in a handful and I just kind of chucked it.
So, as you throw these singular grapes in this fell swoop, they do the same like action. They get out, like they stick onto poor Wallum, and they sort of fall off, right? But as I'm gonna say that you threw 10 grapes, as 7 of them hit the ground, you hear this like sizzling noise. Only 3 of them have actually worked, and the rest of them are starting to like turn like into liquid, and you see them start to like spread out.
Okay, Vaya's going to very quickly grab the 3 grapes and then like fly out.
Okay.
We're just
So-
gonna leave Wallum in here. It's fine. He'll be safe.
So
Maybe it'll melt him out.
I need to make a note of 7.
Oh no.
8 because we had 5 and then 3 more.
No, you guys have 8 sorcerer stones. That's not what I was talking about.
We could come back
But-
and make more if we wanted to. So
You guys have 8 sorcerer stones. So, got cool guy syndrome. Sorry. Anyways, so you guys all exit out of this cave, right? And as you do get out, it's sort of like I'd compare it to like 1 or 2, like PM.
Okay.
And if you guys don't remember, the time zones kind of work differently here. It's 2 days and 2 nights. That's sort of how these things work. However, like you guys' sleep schedules still work normally. So it's like living in Alaska. Sorry, Alaska.
Me when I'm an elf and don't need to sleep.
you're night
but
guard,
yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's starting to approach the first night.
Ooh. We're going slow.
So Vi is like clutching these like sorcerer stones, and she kind of just slips them into her like belt type.
Fanny pack.
It's basically a fanny pack. It's like a rogue belt because I'm going to cross-class her into rogue, but it's like a belt.
You're a sorcerer right now?
I'm a druid.
Oh, okay. Druid.
Depot belts with the big deep pockets.
It's one of those bat belts, like Batman's.
Batman. It's a utility belt.
You do exit out of this cave, and again, it's 2 p.m. Where do you guys want to go?
Alright, so what Wallum said before he got marbled was that we could either go back to Premier or we can go to the next city. What do you guys want to do?
I mean,
Since
I
we're here
think
already.
we have already basically did everything we needed to do in Promare, so we can move on now, I guess.
Pragma was the next city, right?
Pragma.
On with them. Oh, I just switched to British accent. Crap.
You
I
didn't
unword
even
and
use
outword.
British accent, it was just like monotonous. It's like,
Stop being Cassini. Cassini is the only British person here.
Cassini's Italian.
Oh yeah, technically.
Cassini is Italian.
Technically, she is Italian, just like me.
Cassini,
what talking
like this?
It's a defense noise for druids.
What?
Beeping. When druids feel in danger, they beep for no reason.
Beep, beep, beep.
She is a bird, so she does kind of beep.
Vi just squawks whenever she feels threatened.
That is racist.
Sorry, we gotta get back on
Oh
track.
my god, okay.
So, how many people are for going to the next city?
The team
Okay.
raises their hand in unison.
Except for Vi. Vi kind of like doesn't notice until she's like, oh, me.
You're too busy stuffing in those sorcerer's stones into your So, you guys, do any of you take out your maps in order to figure out like where you're going?
Oh yeah, me.
Nope.
Okay,
I'm always the dude with the map in his hand.
so.
Alright, hold on, y'all. We need to figure out where we're going. Okay. What do I look at my map for?
So, as you like unfurl your map, you start to say like finally the city of Pragma. The city of Pragma start to like show itself, as well as the path through the forest. However, you do notice like the longer that you stare at it, the more the path seems to sort of change.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
You are in a different plane. And I'm going to tell you right now, most of the things that work here don't like translate easily. So,
Does Vi understand this because she's from the Feywild?
Vi, you sort of understand this because you're the closest thing that they got. But basically you understand this as there's multiple routes inside the forest, just because the trees are changing themselves.
Okay. Normal home stuff. Okay, are we going or not?
He just takes like a look at the map that Benito's holding, and he's like, I don't really like the look of that. We should probably leave a trail of fruit behind so we don't get lost. And we know where we're going, whether we're going forwards or backwards.
Trail of fruit. What are you, crazy?
We have
Birds are gonna come get it. Animals. Fruit is food, man.
If we leave enough, they won't be able to eat all of it. And we'll be able to see all the mess they've made.
Hickey, I would just like to say that that's not gonna work if there's gonna be animals following us and eating all our food.
As long as they make enough of a mess, we should be fine.
Well, I would also like to propose on the way to Pragma, we stop by an animal shop. I want a sidekick.
Just take one from the forest, it's fine.
Kayla's going to interject here and sort of go, you guys have never been in this plane before, right?
Absolutely.
Pretty much.
Sort of.
The forest is very, very dangerous. And
Works for me.
I
wouldn't mind.
In the enchanted forest. I should be fine. This is like Feywild stuff. It's normal.
Wait, hold on. Let's hear out the man.
But you're the only Feywild.
True. Yes, the rest of these are from the mortal plane, which is boring, but it's fine.
Shut up.
This is a very dangerous place to be. Furthermore, you can't just leave a trail of food behind. There's dangerous things in there. Especially ones who would rather prey on mortal beings. If we are going to travel through the forest, which there's only one way to actually go besides that, and we don't have access to it, we just have to be very careful.
Donkey.
Can we just leave a trail of flowers? Vi can do that.
That's even worse. Then animals can track us better if they especially have a
Flowers.
sense of smell.
Animals are stupid. They don't know what a trail is.
Beasts are not always stupid.
So as you guys are saying this, right? It's now like you guys have been arguing for like an hour on how you guys are gonna get through this. And Kale kind of like gets really tense and goes, if we're going into the forest, at least let us find some place to stay before it gets too dark. We can't make many noises or move around in there once we get it.
Hold on. What are other ways to go around the forest?
The only other way to get to Pragma is through flight. And as far as I know, she's the only one that can fly. And he kind of like points over to Vi.
Vi very like kind of fluffs out her wings like, yes, you've noticed.
Wow, show off much.
She's like breathing.
Hold on, Genius. Then how do the people of the town get across?
They don't. We used to have people who travel, but as far as I know, I'm the last one that's here.
Oh, you're so special.
Oh my god!
I'll take that as a compliment, Miss Paralyzed from the neck down.
You know that my teammate healed me perfectly fine.
Well, if your teammate wasn't there, I don't think you would have been healed at all.
Because you're on my team doesn't mean I'm afraid to fight you.
Okay, Miss
As
Wheelchair.
they're arguing, Vi is going to like open her hand and then conjure up Druidcraft to do the weather aspect of it. Yeah, she's gonna check she's gonna check the weather for tomorrow.
In the meantime, I'm gonna how cold is it?
How cold it is? I'd say it's around like 65 degrees Fahrenheit.
Pretty warm. Okay. Never mind.
And
What's that warm? 65.
it's warm to some, it's cold to others. But Vi, you conjure up this little like golden orb, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it shows you inside like how it's going to show tomorrow. And you see nothing but static.
Weather channel ain't working.
I
Ooh,
will
Raya's
say,
just gonna close, like, grab the orb and, like, dissipate it, and then go. Well, either tomorrow's not gonna happen, or, magic doesn't work here.
Well, it should, right?
it was
You
the first
healed
one.
Ferris back in the cave.
about that, weather doesn't work here as it should. In fact, for most people who live here, it rains only for some, it doesn't rain for others, and I'm gonna guess since all of you guys came around the same time, you guys are only gonna get one type of weather.
It's almost as bad as Feywild. I mean, like, Feywild, you can tell there's, like, parts that are raining, parts that aren't, but it's actual, like, weather. Huh, weird.
That's supposed to be an accent, or is that?
Kale's right. We should probably find an inn or something to stay before we depart.
Is there an inn in this vicinity?
We'll have to go back into
We're
town.
in Premiere, so... We're in Premiere, so you could just go back to the other inn that we were at.
Yeah.
Honestly, I vote we should just go.
No.
Life on the edge.
How, like, wide is the forest, by the way? In terms of, like, kilometers? Miles.
You see nothing but trees beyond this point.
Oh boy.
That's like all
Back it is.
forests.
Back it is.
My brain, honestly, is like, Vi would just walk in there. Like, she would not care.
Are you going to enforce everyone else to follow you?
Nope.
Hold on. Yes or no dice. Okay, rolled a 1, so she's probably going to.
I mean, Heiki
One as
kinda,
in no, she's not gonna listen to the group. She's out.
I mean, Heiki kind of just wants to charge through and like go to the other side and sleep. Honestly,
So, Vi, with her incredible sense of force and the Feywild, starts going in. She doesn't like civilization. She's just gonna be like, well, you all do your thing. Peace.
As Vi like goes into the forest, Kale's gonna be like, "Hey, wait up!" Right? And he's like going to follow in after you.
Oh boy.
like, he's just gonna roll his eyes and like climb a tree and like silently go from tree to tree, like as quiet as he can. I mean, come on, he's what he does.
From Hunger Games, he's just like jumping
Yes.
from tree.
Quietly, mind you, quietly.
Ferris, you want to head back into town or not?
Ferris is still there.
Ferris is reorganizing.
Ferris, to catch you up, both Kale and Vi have sprinted into the forest.
I followed too.
He's gone.
Yeah, I've gone in too. Just be like,
Oh great, half the group is gone. Ferris, what are you up to?
Well, you know, I'm really thinking we just should follow them. Like, there is really no other issue. Like,
I pull out my
magic is
sword.
fun.
I pull out my sword, and from my hand erupts light, like gentle lightning in like a flow, and it engulfs the entire sword. I'm like, okay. I grab Ferris and we go in.
Are you like shocking her in the process?
No, with the
Or-
other hand. Other hand.
Okay.
There's two hands. I have two hands.
Yeah, like
I'm just making sure.
it's just
Cat's
like,
shocking your ass.
it's like Benito just grabs
Electric
Ferris like.
Okay, honestly, what would be really funny is that if he has like lightning sword, Vi just like turns around with her staff and lights her staff on fire too. Just be like, I can do that as
Yes,
well.
light the forest on fire.
Again?
No, not again. Okay.
We already did that once. We don't need to do it again.
We can
this
set it
game.
on fire.
So-
We can set the forest on fire once we're out. It's fine.
So as you guys go into this forest, right? Immediately, you guys are faced with like darkness.
Apart
Dark
from my
vision.
like Zephyr.
You get your like lightning sort of light. And I'm pretty sure that almost everyone has night vision of some sort,
I don't.
except Heiki.
Hickey.
Yeah, you
I
don't.
don't.
Hickey is blind.
I'm just gonna
Hey,
drop
you-
down and like make my like feel my way to like the rest of the group, like to
How
Vi.
far is
No,
everybody?
the lightning gives off light, so
Wait, didn't you
can
light
find...
your fire thing? or
No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm just
No,
gonna
that
drop
was
down
great.
and make my way to Benito and Ferris, so I can actually see stuff.
Okay, so basically you're in the tree and you see like this like lightning sort of crackling noise, and you also see like bright. What color is your lightning, by the way?
Okay, it's kind of whitish bluish, like
That's-
regular lightning, not purple.
So you see like this bluish sort of light, and you head towards that. However, Vi and Kale, Kale cannot see. He's human, or like some kind of human, and he can't see in this darkness whatsoever.
Oh
Right.
boy.
So he's kind of holding on to Vi, besides her wishes.
Vi does not appreciate this, so she kind of like, oh, she doesn't. Oh no, that's not smart. Never mind. Okay, yeah, Vi is kind of just like,
But besides this point, all of these trees seem to be made out of silver, or some sort of like metallic substance. And so, like Shakar, whenever you light your lightning, it reflects on all the trees around you.
Oh.
That's not good. I immediately noticed this, and I called to Hickey, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to put this lightning out. Here, I can do something. And my lightning goes away. I sheath the sword, and suddenly my hair starts sparkling very, very, very gently, like bluish white. And I'm like, can you still see me?
Should I yes or no dice?
He's already with you, but the diameter of like which this like light spread has decreased substantially. Like it's only lighting up like a 1 meter radius.
Like he's just gonna grab onto Benito's like arm and just be like, you're going to have to tell me what to do. I cannot see anything besides your hair.
Okay. Follow my hair.
Like a glow stick.
If you let go, just follow the light, man.
So
Jesus.
Jesus, take the wheel.
How far should I make you guys? Okay, you guys aren't that far.
Who has the fruit bowl?
Me?
No, I thought Hickey took it from you.
No, I had to do the grape
No,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you have the fruit bowl.
Yes.
Vi, what are you going to do?
Vi. Okay, so I know the direction of Pragma, right? From the map.
You can tell from the map, yes.
Okay, yeah. So she's just gonna be beelining it, like that direction.
Okay. So, Heiki, Shakar, do you do the same thing?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow Benito, to be honest.
Okay.
So, you guys all start walking in the same sort of direction. And as you do kind of walk, you do hear like footsteps. And you're not quite sure if like they're your footsteps that are echoing or if they're someone else's. And so Kale kind of starts up a conversation with Vi and goes, so, you're from the Fail, right?
Feywild.
Right? Exciting.
Yeah.
How have the planes been these past 1,000 years?
Well, as far as I know, they've been relatively stable. We haven't really had anything happen in the Feywild. Of course, the courts would like that to change, but as far as we know, there's been a balance, so to say.
That sounds pretty good. I'm not sure of what's exactly happening, but we should be able to find out more on Pragma. I had a friend there. Hopefully still alive.
Are they more than 30?
Who knows?
Are they more than
Who
30
knows
feet
this
or
way?
60 feet?
No, we're close, right?
You guys are close. You
Okay.
guys are like,
You can hear the conversation, I'm guessing.
yeah.
Okay.
He kind of turns to like the back and goes, How are you guys doing?
Fine.
Wait, hold on. I thought you said to keep our voices down. No.
Oh. Yeah.
Oof.
I think we can whisper. I like pull the group forward a little bit so that we're even closer.
Electrifying everything. Wait, if you touch a tree, would it technically electricity go through the leaves and touch every other tree in the area?
They look like silver. They're not silver.
You haven't touched it yet, so you don't know if it's not silver or not.
What if I short circuit it and die?
I would
You
like
just
to
electrocute
believe
everyone.
that as he's like holding on to like the two other people, that their hairs are like standing up because of like static. That's just my personal preference.
Hickey with his like long like Thor hair, just like
Glowing hair.
You look like Syndrome from Incredible.
like what like if you can see it, it's like he look like an afro right now.
It looks like Marge Simpson right now.
Oh no.
The glorious hair.
We do love it. So you guys keep walking for another what feels like 30 minutes. And Kale stops you guys, right? Kale just stops walking at one point and goes, "We have to set up night here.
What's wrong?
If we this how do I describe it? It's what you would call nighttime
But I thought.
if you go by the 24-hour range."
I guess. How tired is everybody right now?
Oh, I can keep going.
You're a bird, Vi. Not all of us are built like birds.
Well, I'm sorry.
Hey, Kale.
Yeah.
Is a fire okay?
If we make it small enough.
Okay,
We just
But-
have to be careful of the main protector of the forest. If we get out of here without interrupting or disturbing him, we should be okay.
Question? Is Kale still calling me spinach?
Completely forgot that you had named yourself Spinach. He will call you Spinach.
and you will forever question why I call her Ferris.
It's just a nickname, don't worry about it. So,
She turned green from eating too much spinach once. Don't mind her. That's why everyone. That's why she was named Spinach.
she came out the womb looking like a baby spinach.
Leafy and soggy.
Shrinks massively when cooked.
It's tradition of the dwarven households.
Ferris is a dwarf, so shrinking massively when cooked makes sense.
For real. Anyways, I turned to the group. Do we have to collect firewood, or are we good on heat?
I can just make fire.
Yeah, but like, on what?
For it.
No, she didn't say that. She's gonna druid craft some sticks up.
Just druidcraft.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
what do you
that
know?
works.
That's pretty nifty.
she's gonna druid craft like a small campfire and then druid craft to light it up because druid craft is amazing.
We put down enough torches, no monsters will spawn nearby.
So, you guys like sit down, right? And Kale's like the first one to sit down. He's fine. He's very happy to be able to actually see, but he sort of sits down and he kind of smiles.
What's up there?
Hmm?
What are you up to?
Showing.
Is it illegal to smile now?
No, but what are you thinking about?
Well, I haven't been able to travel for the last 1,000 years, so it's nice to be back home.
Oh yeah. How was it being marble?
You know when like your legs fall asleep?
Oh boy.
Ferris,
Spinach. Calm down. It's like that, but almost your whole body. And when someone like touches you or a pigeon like sits on you or something like that, you can feel it. Like, you can't.
I wonder if
Con just
he's
sort of fades in and out.
How much do you remember of your life before?
He sort of like stops and he curls up more into like a ball. A lot.
Also,
He would like
I'm
to
pretty
clear.
sure he is part of that noble family, remember, from the painting.
Did we match his hair? I just remember Kale getting like sick.
Same
Did we-
color except like muddy and dirty, and he looks a little older.
It's the pigeon poop.
Natural hair dye.
Oh no.
So he curls up again and he goes, well, I remember my mom's voice. It was really nice. I remember my brother.
If it sounded royal, like, if the voice was of a royalty kind.
No?
I look over to Ferris and I'm like, I give her the most angry stare ever. Like a death stare.
Paris curls back a little bit.
Vi, as they're like campfiring, is going to like fly up to one of the trees and kind of like nest down in the tree. Kind of just like sitting there, like, my home among the branches.
we went from a
Um,
hotel to sleeping on the floor in the forest. What is this?
Goes, no, we weren't a noble family. We might have been well off. I do remember having a roof. He sort of stops and he turns to you and he goes, let's change the subject. I have a feeling I don't want to remember.
Okay, about these trees. A little bit ago when I lit up my sword, they seem to sort of reflect.
Oh, yeah. These trees are made out of pure silver.
I walk over to a tree and I like pluck a leaf off, or try. Can I?
I would say that the leaves are like really high up.
Oh, okay.
I is sitting in the tree right now, so if you want to ask.
And like
Okay, never
to
mind.
the tree.
Never mind.
There's also certain electrocute all
Fried chicken.
I thought that's what you were going to do, and I was like, I'm gonna have to roll to make sure Vi doesn't die.
Wait, what happens when the leaves fall off? It just hits one of our heads.
It's just like a dagger.
Yeah.
Wait. So if they're silver, are they alive?
Yes. I would stick with this simple answer if yes. This is one of the few spots that stay clear. That's why I told us to camp here before we go any further.
How do you know so much?
He's a traveler, remember?
Yeah. I was born with the traveler eyes. And he kind of like shows you like by turning like closer to the campfire. And as he like opens his eyes, you see like a ring of orange. Like instead of the iris, like it's a ring of orange.
Yes, scurvy.
Thanks.
Wait, so how much light is the campfire casting? I'm guessing like marginally a lot.
It says like a small campfire, but the trees do reflect it, so it's a lot bigger than like it would normally be.
Hey, I look up to Vi. I'm like, hey Vi, these trees are silver. Can you pluck some leaves in case we need to use them for cash?
Vi kind of like looks down at him and then looks to the tree and kind of like pats the tree. He's like,
Is it alright if I do that?
why did I go British?
Is it alright?
Is it alright? Is it alright if I do that?
That's still British, but it's fine.
You hear metallic screeching coming from inside this tree. And the screeching dies down. What do
Is
you
it loud?
interpret that as?
Is it loud?
Does everyone else hear the screeching, or is it just Vi?
Because you're the only one that's Feywild, so you're the only one that can talk to trees.
Vi is going to get off of the tree. She kind of like jumps off the tree and kind of like lands, and she goes,
I don't think I like being here anymore.
What's wrong?
Besides the fact that the trees are screaming, yeah, this isn't really my forest.
Like the Feywild Forest?
I mean, yeah, most of the Feywild forest trees can talk. It's a bit weird, but at least they're actually like sensible. This one's kind of just demonic screeching, and I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm not gonna sit in that one. She like awkwardly like plops down beside the fire, like very uncomfortable.
Okay, I get up and walk over to Ferris. And I say, hey, Ferris, are you still awake?
No, go away.
I just have to tell you something.
Is it a secret love confession? If it's not, can it wait till tomorrow?
I guess, but, everybody's kind of, like, calming down, and I think this might be a good chance to talk.
Sure, what's up?
Okay, I heard that question you had asked Kale over there a little bit ago. I have the same suspicions as you. Just keep it on the down low for now. I don't want to raise...
You don't want him to find out? You don't want him to remember? You don't want him to find, like, he's lost his family the last more than 1,000 years. You don't want him to find out?
Let's get out of the forest first.
How loud is Ferris right now?
Ferris, I want you to roll, what's that called?
Stealth.
Stealth. Because I know for a fact that Shakar is being stealthy.
Oh, no.
Ferris, you...
Ferris is
16?
just normal
Okay.
volume.
I'll permit it that you are being stealthy enough that Kale at least can't hear you.
Kale is apparently deaf.
Can I perception to hear it?
Writes down another symptom of Kale.
You can try, yeah.
Okay, I have a +6 to perception, so we do love the odds. Okay, that was bad. I have an 11, so I'm guessing I don't hear it.
Hold on, let me... You do hear it. Just because
Cool,
Ferris is loud enough, and you have bird hearing.
Her like Vi's very long elf ears are tuned to bird hearing, and she's kind of just listening in while fidgeting with like a plant she's grown in her hands.
Loves me now, he loves me.
It's like every time she plucks a petal, another one like grows.
Vi has anxiety. Congratulations.
She's a bird. All birds have anxiety.
Anyways, back to the conversation. It's not that I don't want him to remember, but, you know, I have a suspicion that he's hiding things, and let's just get out of the forest before we start interrogating him.
I respect, but the moment we're out, we are questioning him. We can't let this random strange dude just join us, okay?
He's kind of our only way out of this forest. Apart from Vi, but I don't think she's that cooperative.
Coughs really loudly because Vi can actually hear. Are we aware that Vi's overhearing
No.
everything? Oh, okay.
Because you guys think you're being stealthy.
But, alright, Benito. I'll respect that.
Thank you. And I get up and walk over to my bedroll
You had a bedroll?
in my bag.
Okay.
The backpack that you put the like omelet in.
Right!
We you just
like,
use the
two
omelet as a
omelets in.
pillow. Should be
The omelets are gone now. The omelets are
Omelet.
gone.
Oh, man. I wanted a pillow. Probably use my bag, so.
I look around. I think I'm gonna try to roll an Arcana check on the trees. 15 plus bonus. 17 total.
Okay.
Can
What
I
do you
feel
check
any? Can I feel any like presence or like any intents from the tree? Are they good, bad, evil, neutral?
So, I don't think you can do insight on a tree, but you do Arcana check them to see if you know any knowledge of the tree's presence or what exactly they are. And you don't know exactly the species name or like what they are, but you do know that basically it's one big organism. The silver trees are all connected within one another. And you recognize them as being non-hostile and like non-mean trees. I have to clarify that because
Alright. I walk over to the rest of the group and I look over to Vi and I say, "So, you thought the trees were not good, huh? Turns out they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them, at least. They're just trees."
Vi gives him this look like, I hope you know what you're talking about, and then goes back to staring at the fire.
So, do any of you decide to actually like rest or fall asleep?
All asleep.
Do we like need to? I mean, I think I do.
I
Right?
need to,
I mean,
if you're human.
yeah, I probably need to sleep. I'm gonna do that.
So, Vi, are you going to meditate or are you going to stay watch?
She's gonna stay awake and like keep an eye out.
So, everyone seems to kind of settle in, and fall asleep. It's kind of hard because like it is like a forest floor with forest things, but eventually you all fall asleep and Vi keeps watch. Vi, I want you to do a perception check real quick.
Okay, here's to hoping I don't roll a 1. I rolled a 16. What is my perception? I have a +6 to perception at 22.
So, you immediately notice that there's something like watching you guys, right? And you pinpoint it from 3 different locations. What do you do?
Can I tell what it is, or is it just the feeling of being watched?
You can tell that it's a large animal.
It's an animal, you say?
Yes.
Looking through the stuff that I have. Okay. Vi. Okay. Where is Vi in like with the other people?
So
Like who's she
since
closest to?
you fall like you went down from the tree, I say that the 3 people, like 3 players, are sleeping together. Kale is sitting on the edge, like dozing off asleep, and you're like on his opposite side.
Okay. She's going to very slowly stand up, and she's going to like scoot over to where the 3 people are sleeping and like nudge them awake and hope that they don't start screaming the instant they wake up.
Okay. I want the 3 players to all roll a. What should I make you roll? I'll do a wisdom check.
Please tell me that's not a nat 1.
14. 14. 14. Is that a 5, Chick? Okay. Well, since you said you were going to nudge over the other people, I'm gonna say that not Kyle. Kale is not included in this. Kale is just kind of dozing off asleep. So you nudge over to try and wake up the other people. And Ferris and I'm gonna forget your name for
Heiki.
a while. Heiki. Ferris and Heiki both kind of like wake up slowly and they see like the look of panic on your face, right? Not panic, but just like shh, kind of stay quiet kind of look. Benito, you do not see this look and immediately snap to action. And while you're doing this, you take out your like sword, prepare for action, and it makes a large like scraping metal sound as you do.
Is it like the shink noise or the
Yeah, it's the
scraping?
shink noise.
Okay.
So I need all of you guys to roll initiative, please.
Roll what?
Initiative?
Oh.
So
No.
okay,
Oh my god.
No.
Okay.
okay.
Uh,
I don't know how to do that.
I'm on a
Okay.
bad roll today.
Okay, hold on. Let me open up a new page so I can roll everything.
Me when I'm frantically going through my spells to see if I can do something.
So
Wait,
that
since I'm already ready, can I roll for advantage?
No, you rolled a 5.
no.
Oh no.
Man, I rolled 11. So
Heiki, what you get?
11.
Vi?
A 9.
Shik?
Not one.
And I want Ferris. What did you roll?
10.
Oh no.
Okay.
You know it's bad when I'm worse than Ferris.
So
It's-
you guys see from the clearing of like the trees, right? These like 3 pairs of glowing yellow eyes and giant muzzled teeth start to like stare back at you. And you're quickly surrounded by these 3 dire wolves.
Oh yay, dire wolves.
Dire wolves.
Oh, okay.
I do want to
Can
say,
we take?
after these 3 wolves come out, you see 3 like pairs of eyes, right? Not pairs of eyes, but 3 separate eyes, all together in a formation of a triangle, appear 10 feet above where those wolves are, staring you guys down. You don't see what its body is, you just see those 3 eyes looking down at you. So the wolves are gonna go first, obviously.
Oh boy.
And they're going to come into range within all of you. And the first wolf is going to try and go after. Hold on. Who has the sorcerer stones right now on them?
Hi.
They're going to go after Vi. So.
Okay, cool. Hit me.
7.
Okay, no. That doesn't
Okay.
matter.
So, I'm gonna make them attack as a mob. So, the wolves try and get at you, but they kind of like topple over each other and they retreat back. So next in line is going to be Heiki. What are you gonna do?
Can Vi yell at the team as this is happening?
Yes.
Okay, what's her voice again? Don't hurt them! She's just gonna be like, do not fight.
Okay. Okay. Heiki, what are you gonna do?
So can I roll to see see if I can tell like what the big thing above us is, that 10 feet above us with the 3 triangle eyes?
Sure. Perception check.
Okay, that should be what is it? 12 plus 4, 16.
16. So, yeah, you can see that. So you see like black matted fur heading around the edges, and you notice that the teeth are very, very similar to that of like a wolf, basically. Basically, the thing staring you down is a giant 3-eyed black wolf.
Can I tell if it's hostile or not?
It is extremely hostile.
I'm gonna turn to the group and be like, so the thing up there, is like the wolves, but like much bigger, and I think it's really wants to attack us. So I'd watch out for that.
If it's not Vi's turn, can she try and even if it's not, can she try and wake Kale up?
Sure.
Okay, she's gonna run, try and get him up, yell at him or something.
Okay. Heiki, continue your turn. I'm gonna roll to see if you do wake up Kale. Heiki, are you gonna do anything else?
I'm going to try to hide the best I can behind we're by a tree, right? So I'm going to try to hide in the opposite direction of with the big wolf can't see me. Why am I in
Okay,
accent?
so you're gonna
that's
try and hide. Okay, do a stealth check. But roll with disadvantage.
Okay. It's a 17 and a 13, so I'm gonna take the 13 plus 5, that's 18.
That's really good. So yes, you're able
rolls,
to
hell
like
yeah.
hide away from this wolf.
Okay.
Is that how you want to end your turn?
Yeah, sure.
So next in line is going to be Ferris. What do you do?
Passage.
Passage?
Message.
Message. Okay. So what do you want to say?
We don't want to fight. Oh, we don't want to fight. Just please back down. Are you guys hungry? Do you need food? Also, can we tame you? I would really like one of you as a pet.
So, okay, are you saying this to the direwolves? Are you saying this to the giant thing in the sky?
The direwolves.
Okay. So, I'm gonna roll to see how well you did. I'm gonna roll again, just because it fell off and I don't want... So, they hear this message that you say to them, right? And you see them like their gaze was on Vi. They immediately like turn over to you, right? And they do not look happy one bit. So you see them like start to get ready on their turn. Do you want to do something else on your turn, or are you gonna leave it there? Yes, Ferris?
I'll leave it there.
Okay. So you're gonna end your turn there. Next up is going to be Kale. And Kale wakes up and immediately like there's this whole thing going on around him. He's obviously very, very panicky. And he kind of looks over to like any one of you guys except Heiki, because Heiki's gone from the bushes. And he's gonna turn to like all of you guys and go, "What's going on?"
I think we're kind of being attacked right now, but I don't really want to engage here. Like Vi's like standing like ready.
Okay, so he's gonna get up and he's gonna draw like a short sword, right? And he's just going to get ready. What's that thing called?
Fighting stance.
Stance?
Yeah, like a fighting stance. There's a specific word for D&D on it. So whenever like someone enters your circle, anyways, he does this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so he's just gonna get ready, and he's going to look around him. Basically, he's gonna roll is it a history check? I'm pretty sure it's a history check, so he can remember what's going on. Okay. So he rolled a 10, and basically he looks around and notices the three wolves, and notices like the big three eyes in the sky. And he looks over at you guys and goes, I think I've heard somewhere about this. And he basically just gets ready in the fighting stance. And that's the end of his turn. Next up is Vi.
Okay,
What do you
so
Basically, he needs more time to remember what's going on.
okay. Vi is going to try and get him that time. She's gonna like, I don't know. This is probably not gonna work. She's going to turn to the wolves and speak in Sylvan. I don't know if they understand, but she's gonna speak in Sylvan because it's the Fey language, and she's basically gonna be like, "We don't want to hurt you. Please back down." I'm literally not doing anything in her voice, but yeah, Sylvan.
So you speak Sylvan to you speak Sylvan over to the direwolves, right? But the big black thing in the sky hears you and responds instead.
Okay.
And goes, "I know you don't want to hurt us. We just want the stones you're carrying. You're here on foreign ground and you're not allowed here. So give me the stones so I can probably make sure that all of you go back to where you belong. You're not welcome here."
Okay. Vi is going to very slowly, so that like the things don't attack, set her weapon down, and then pull out the stones.
Okay, so you're gonna pull out all the stones, right?
All of them.
So you pull out all the stones, and the wolves come in, and they take them in their mouth, right? I gotta do something. I have to. So they all divide themselves up into 3 ones, right? And one of the wolves picks up one of the stones that you had thrown, and you see it crack the stone on accident. And basically, as it cracks the stone, the black goo that you had seen emanate from the statue completely emanates, like just destroys the entire wolf,
Oh.
and it consumes it. And you see like 2 eyes and a third one appear on the top, and it's sort of like flashing back and forth, like between these 2 forms. And as you see this, the like giant wolf in the sky makes all 3 wolves come back. So what do you do?
Like, come back to it or come back to attack us?
They come back to the woods, right?
Okay.
And if you do nothing on this turn, then I'll continue.
Yeah, Vi's just gonna, like, stay still and watch.
So, after this, it's the giant wolf's turn. And the giant wolf, you see it basically 2 wolves appear back, right? To the front lines, the 2 dire wolves. And you see the giant, like, black wolf put his, like, face down on the ground. And he looks over at you and, like, all of you, and starts to speak in common, so you guys understand. And basically goes, "Hello. I'm the guardian of this forest. This is our first time meeting, but I'm aware that if we meet another time, I will not be as kind. Please, give me all your names so I remember you."
Vi is gonna, like, stand up, and she's in Sylvan gonna go, Corvi. Corvi.
Corvi. Alright. Anyone else?
Vi, do you think it was such a good idea to tell him your name? We don't even know the guy.
Do it.
Are you... Whatever. My name is Benito.
Benito.
Spinach vegetable of arid shelf at your service, and Ferris does a deep bow.
Finish. And you?
Ferris elbows Heiki.
If those who
I'm
cannot
hidden.
see us, because this is an audio podcast, he is shaking his head furiously.
I am hidden. I don't think he can.
Oh,
I don't
right,
think the big guy can see me.
So he says "and you" over to Kale. And Kale goes, "My lord, I am..." And he kind of like looks over to the side and thinks and goes, "I am Sunflower." And he kind of smiles. And he looks over to Benito and to Vi with like that, like kind of like, "Why would you do that?" to like his face.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at all of you with the like, "Why would you do that?" Right? And you see this giant like wolf like get up, and he turns around and he leaves. He goes, "It's been a pleasure meeting you."
Well, I'm not getting slaughtered when everyone else gets.
And so Kale kind of like grabs like you two, because Ferris is a little bit further. He grabs you two by the shoulders and goes, "Why would you give someone in the Feywild your name?"
I never said that was my name.
Wait, hold on. Vi, what the heck?
It's like containing laughter right now, because like she knows, so she's kind of just like, "Oh, you messed up, man."
Wait.
Benito,
What
you
is
gave
this?
your real name.
Is this some kind of big joke, huh? What are you pulling my leg right now?
No, dang it, I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys earlier. That's the Saint Bernard. Basically, he guards the three main realms: the good, the bad, and material. He's
Oh.
how we travel, and also how we die.
Die?
And you gave the monster your name?
Hey,
Basically, it's
genius.
etiquette in the Feywild. If a Fey claims your name, they can basically claim you, as far as I'm sure that works here. It's
Hold
how
on,
it
hold
works.
What if I change my name right here, right now? Huh? Would that work?
It's just not how the spell works. You gave a name that you found yourself true to self, that you identified as yourself. That's just who you are.
And wait,
There's-
your name isn't Spinach?
Oh.
Iggy just
Okay,
like
I
quietly, Iggy just
understand.
quietly emerges from the bushes,
Ow.
and he's like, yeah, her last name is not vegetable. It should be fine.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
Bear suddenly thanks Heiki.
Peggy's still like deep in the woods. Like
I said
God.
I like emerged from the bushes, so I'm like back with him.
you just like
Isn't
slide.
that Simpson mean?
It's Simpsons.
Yeah, when you're just like back slowly into the bush.
So
He like slowly emerges into the fire and is like, "Hello, I am back."
So, Kale is obviously very distraught at this moment, and he's very worried over Benito. And so he kind of like does the like eye rubbing thing, and he looks over at him and goes, "We either have to find you a new name, get rid of the stupid fairy wild thing, or just leave you to be until you eventually perish." You know?
Third option doesn't sound that bad, but
Iggy just like looks over to Benito and just be like, I mean, you could probably just change your name to something similar, like Benedict. Shouldn't be too difficult. It's still Ben.
Hey, Gazpacho, what are you talking about? I think I'll keep my name for now.
Being stupid, change your name.
Take another drink of water for the accent change, by the way.
I already drank all my water.
Now, hold on. Does something that incorporates my real name work? Like, Benny?
What do you mean? Like, to change it?
Yeah, to change it. Exactly. What if I just call myself Benny from now on? Would that work?
It's too late. The tie has already been made between you and Benito. We need to sever that tie completely. Alright, so I need every one of you to roll for party stealth in order to actually travel through the forest. So none of you get hurt.
Okay. 15.
So we have a 19, a 15, a 21, a 14, and so poor Kale is partially human and does not have any form of dark vision. However, he does know the like trail from the back of his hand, so he's gonna be in the front. Do you guys have a specific order that you guys want to be in?
Pathetic humans. But
Come
I was
along.
probably gonna take the back.
I'm gonna stay in the middle.
And I'm gonna take that as Ferris, he took the front. So Kayla's gonna be paired up with Ferris, that way you guys guide. Heiki and Benny are going to stick together, and Vi is going to be in the back.
I don't have to babysit a human, thank God.
And so you guys start to like walk out the forest, and very slowly you start to see the silver trees change. And they turn into more white, covered in moss, and they're starting to peel. They look and resemble to human birch trees, basically. And as you guys start to like walk closer and closer over to like deeper into this forest, it starts to smell of like ash and cinnamon. And so you guys are going to see as you guys step forward. It's more like 20 minutes after walking. you start to see these like mosaic glass stepping stones appear from under you. And it's still nighttime and it's still very dark, but you can see these glass stepping stones sort of being illuminated like underneath. And the further you go into this forest, the more and more you start to see these beautiful glass stepping stones surrounded by dark brown dirt. And eventually you reach this like yellow brick road almost of pure glass stepping stones that are leading up to this circular wall that is completely made out of cobblestone and is colored in this bright colorful ivy. And you hear the map behind you start to like chime.
I'm gonna pull out my map and take a look at it.
So as you pull out your map, you start to see like bright gold letters appear from you, and it shows this small city of Pragma, and it shows you everything around it, and basically it shows up another spot on your map.
Achievement unlocked. Pragma.
Okay.
You guys go inside?
How? There's
Wait,
a
is
big
it just a
wall.
wall?
No. It's like there's like an archway
Okay.
and like a. Sorry, I should have described that a little bit better.
We just phased through the wall.
Vision.
No. Vi just flies over the wall. She's like, oh, bye. No, okay, they walk. We can walk. We can walk like normal people.
Walk like real humans. But you guys walk into the city, right? And you see it illuminated by like hundreds of lanterns. There's children running everywhere. Everyone seems really bright and happy. And you notice that there's like a person sort of like standing there. And he looks over at you guys and goes, "Oh, hi, I'm Percy. Nice to meet you and welcome to Pragma."
I look
Were
back.
you named after your grandfather?
That's really funny. No. I'm a clay. First of my kind, actually.
You're a what?
End of session.